Hello and welcome to another Chris McPherson Show live watch along as we get underway immediately in the World Club Challenge between Hull KR and the Brisbane Broncos. The best of the Super League up against the best of the NRL, and Brisbane take it on immediately with Pat Carrigan. A good strong run from him. We'll have a quick run through the teams in a moment, but it is certainly exciting to be here. Early hours in Australia as the game comes to us from the UK, from the MKM Stadium. Brisbane getting in a nice early kick to set the tone. Strong numbers in the tackle, driving them back, led by Payne Haas. LKR with Gildart coming out, brings it out almost to the 30. Haas and Jensen. Jensen in a little bit of trouble there. He hasn't gotten back up, very slow to his feet. As LKR kick down, short kick. Dane Mariner takes it just outside his 20. He's met strongly by Suaso Sue and Elliot Minicella, the captain. Jensen. Oh, we've got a bit of push and shove here. Temper's flowing over early. Well. Everything's fired up here. Wait for a replay here. We're looking at Corey Jensen when he's down on the deck, and all of a sudden, players going, dragging each other in. Here we go. Dane Mariner. There we go. Minicella over the top with an elbow, and Reece Walsh is straight in there. A nice and clear cut. The penalty goes to Brisbane. With a good chance to go through the starting 13s for both sides. So Arthur Morg, the fullback for Hull KR. The wingers, Tom Davies and Joe Burgess. The centres, Peter Hiku and Oliver Gildart. The halves, Mikey Lewis and Tyrone May. Up front, it's Suaso Sue and Tom Amone. Jez Litton at 9. Dean Hadley in the back row alongside James Batchelor, and Elliot Minicella is the lock and captain who's just given away that penalty. As again, Hull KR with strong numbers in the tackle. For the Broncos, Reece Walsh at fullback, Josiah Karapani and Dane Mariner, the wingers. Katoni Staggs and Gemat Shibasaki, the centres. Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds, the halves. Reynolds, the captain. As Walsh makes a strong run up into the attacking half here. The front row was Corey Jensen and Payne Haas. Corey Pakes at 9. Jack Gasiewski at 11. Jordan Ricky in the back row alongside him with Patrick Carrigan. And Xavier Willison's the man now on there in the front row. Here they go down the right edge. Reynolds rolls it in behind, and they're dragged to ground and tackle 6, 1.5 meters out from the line. And Tony Staggs asking about the contact in the tackle, but the referee having no part of that. Now Hull KR working out of their end. What can they conjure here as they play it? Batchelor is tackled. 23 out, 20 out from the line. Now Suaso Sue. Morg takes a quick run. Litton at 9. Goes back to Mikey Lewis. Inside the 40, he kicks. Found cleanly on the full by Dane Mariner on his 10-metre line. He brings it back, and he's met by the defence and dragged down 28 out. And the Broncos cough it up there. Tony Staggs. Great opportunity here. He's just got ahead of himself and just bobbled it. He's focusing on the next pass rather than the run or the catch. Very quick to get ahead of yourself. Very easy to make that mistake. It's great to have you all tuning in. Make sure, if you haven't already, jump into those comments. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Now Hull KR straight away go on the attack. Oliver Gildart brought down 18 out from the line, 10 in from touch. Now they come back through May, Lewis. They're working through the captain in Minchella. Swinging it across. Amon brought down 12 out from the line, centre field. Litton at 9. Goes across. Suaso Susek, a man play out the back. Lewis rolls it into the in goal. There's no one back there. Will the ball beat them? No. Mariner recovers and manages just to slide dead. Take the ball with him. And 5 minutes gone. It'll be a goal line dropout. Great to have you tuning in. The World Club Challenge, the best of the Super League. Hull KR, the defending champions, up against the Brisbane Broncos, the 2025 NRL champions. Make sure to hit like on the video, subscribe on the channel. Brisbane go the short driven drop out towards the sideline, easily taken by Joe Burgess. So he'll now play it 17 out from the line, about 8 in from touch. Now they work it forward. That was Hadley. They swing it wide now, May. Short ball to Batchelor. You can play it on tackle 3, 9 out from the line. They go back centre field. Litton a little scoot out a dummy half, shapes the pass, but he's met quickly by Carrigan and 2 others. Now, Minchella filling in at dummy half. They swing across. Mikey Lewis decides to run it himself on the 4th tackle. He's wrapped up there. That'll be tackle 5. They're 6 out from the line. Now May. Rubbers it in behind, and has Amon got there? I think he has. I think Tom Amon has got the first try. Brisbane players all just watched as he ran through. Adam Reynolds is questioning whether or not the ball was lost rather than kicked by Tyrone May as he went to the line. It certainly looked close, but Tom Amon's got through and got the ball down. And at this stage, Hull KR have the first points of the World Club Challenge. They lead 4 points to 0 after 6.5 minutes. Well, Brisbane, they had 3 or 4 players standing there just watching what was going on. Let me see the replay. I think he got just enough of a boot to it. Payne Haas was beaten by his opposite number. And Tom Amon runs through. Let's have a look here at the side on angle. He did, came off his knee and then his foot. I think that'll stand. So the intent was to kick, and that's where he got to in the end. And as long as Amon's onside, which it looked like he was, the try will stand. The try does stand, and now they will look to add the extras Hull KR, and it's just next to the upright, so it should be relatively easy for Arthur Morg. Just under 80% goal kicking record in season 2025, and he hits that one nicely. And Hull KR, they now lead 6 points to 0. And they're off to a flying start here after claiming the Super League last year and having a wonderful season, taking out the treble over there in England. They have got off to a flyer here in the World Club Challenge. They look to add this trophy Now, Suaso Sue brings it back. He's met strongly by Willison and Jordan Ricky and pushed back, so he'll play it 5 out from his own line. Carrigan up strongly in the next tackle. Ricky in there again. Getting numbers in the tackle. That was Burgess taking the run. Now the try scorer in Amone. Working it out from their end. Nice little offload there from Petahiku. Just Litton gets past one. Willison comes again and he's pinned down on the 40-metre line. Sue takes another run for tackle 5, just over halfway. They kick deep down into the corner. Mariner underneath it. No challenge on the contest. He takes it 9 out from his own line. Brings it back centre field. He'll play it 12 out from the line. Almost centre field. Reynolds in at dummy half. They bring it across Walsh to Karapani. He's met by Sue and Minchella. Now Shibasaki. What a story he was last year. And all the way from being on the fringe of getting an NRL contract to playing Origin and going on the Ashes tour. Now Haas tears through the middle. A good strong run. Picks up about 12 metres. He'll play it on tackle 4, 46 out from the line. Now they go to the left. Kicked back inside Shibasaki. Looking for Walsh. Well read the bounce by Morg. He was calm. He was composed. And Ezra Mam drives over the top with the tackle. On tackle 1, they play it 22 out from their line. Hull KR. And quick ruck, Hull KR so far. It'll be interesting to see now with that concussion to Corey Jensen how this side in the Broncos approach their rotations as May gives it off on the left at Dean Hadley, and he'll play it 40 out from the line on tackle 5. Sorry, 30 out from the line on the attacking side on tackle 5. They go high to the air for Walsh. He's had a juggle. And I think he's going to be penalty for tackled in the air. No, they're going to say knock on. That's interesting. It looked like he was still in the air when the contact was made on him. I'll have a look at the replay here. Had a bit of a bobble. Oh, did his foot just get down? That's touch and go with a tackle from Joe Burgess. My oh my. Good to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And of course, we'd love it if you hit subscribe on the channel. But another opportunity here for Hull KR to go again. They tack the line on tackle 1. They play it. They short ball here. So Arso Sue brought down less than a metre short of the line, just in line with the right upright. Now they work it to the left where Mikey Lewis takes a run. He's met strongly by Jordan Ricky. And work it again through a moan. He plays it on tackle 2, 7 out from the line. Now May takes a little run, runs out of options. Morg appears, gives off a short ball to a rampaging runner there. It was Mikey Lewis in support. Short ball again. Suaso Sue spins out of the first contact. He's brought down on tackle 4, 2 metres out, right in line with the back black dot. Litton goes. Minchella, I don't think he's got there. He might have just rolled the end of the ball down in the end. He has. The referee's got him. First time he was up, and then he managed just to push the ball forward and drive it down into the line, get enough of the white paint. And all of a sudden, Hull KR are flying here, 10 points to 0. What a start for the English defending Super League champions. Absolutely flying here. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It all came from the dropped bomb from Reece Walsh. Hull KR now leading 10 points to 0. Minchella did well. Just got the ball down in the end by the look of it. Didn't need much, but I'm going to say some part of that ball got some paint, some grass. And they're just pushing through the middle in that red zone, Hull KR, and it's working a treat. Minchella barking orders at his team. Positive as Morg lines up for his second attempt. Don't forget tonight too, we've got the NRL pre-season continuing on. As Morg makes no mistake, 2 from 2, relatively easy conversion attempts for him. $12 points to 0, 14 minutes gone. And Reece Walsh will get us back underway. Hull KR all the early running here. They've capitalised twice on mistakes by the Broncos in their own end. So Sue brings it out. Slow ruck, appealing for a penalty. Haas and 2 others go in, wrapping up Joe Burgess taking the second hit up at the set as he's done a couple of times tonight. He's very slow to his feet. Blood streaming down his left shin. Brisbane doing well in the defensive red zone, getting plenty of numbers in. Amonal played on tackle 3. Another slow ruck, 21 out from the line. Now it's Petahiku. He's put on his back by Ezra Mam and Payne Haas. Now they straighten it back up through the middle. Minchella brought to ground. That's tackle 5, 38 out from their line. They go to Lewis on the left. He kicks from inside his 40. Walsh attacks this one, takes it just on the 20. Picks up another almost 20 metres as he'll play just shy of the 40-metre line. Good territory for Brisbane to start this set. Reynolds fills in at dummy half. Karapani can only pick up 1.5 metres or so. Reynolds still filling in at dummy half. This time it's Mariner coming in from the right wing. Now, Staggs, defence is up quickly on him. He'll play it 6 metres into the attacking half. Now Carrigan through the middle. Second man play out the back to Mam. Walsh sweeping around. He's got Karapani with him. He's going to run out of space. He has to cut back infield. He's inside the attacking 10-metre line now on tackle 5. And play it 9 out from the line, 7 in from touch on the left touch line. Mam comes in. Not a very effective kick as he's grabbed as he kicked it. And Morg is dragged to ground by Reynolds. 7 out from his line. OKR with work to do. Man with a strong shot on the much bigger man there in Gildart. Sorry, it wasn't Gildart. Tom Davies. Now Petahiku takes it. He'll play it 21 out from his line. Tackle 3. Work to be done here for Hull KR. They lead by 12, but they're pinned in their own end at the moment. Now Batchelor, he plays at tackle 4. They go left. Minchella. Lewis. On to Dean Hadley, who'll play it on tackle 5. Mikey Lewis drives a low skimming kick along the ground. Walsh picks it up 15 out from his own line on the right edge. And the numbers are there in defence, led by the captain in Minchella and the kicker in Lewis. Now they go back to the left. Karapani. The defensive tempo is quite strong from both sides early in this clash. Manfield's in at dummy half. Now Shibasaki, he's put on his back. Linnert's leading that tackle. No surprises, Minchella's in there again. Now Willison gets a nice little offload away. Pakes is in there sniffing about. Carrigan comes through now. They go into the attacking half. Carrigan will take it up over the 40. That's good metres in second phase play. Now they come to the left. Ezra Mam tucks it under his arm. Beats one. Can't beat the second as Lytton gets him round the legs. And then Petahiku's over the top on tackle 5. 18 out from the line. 20 in from touch. Reynolds dabs it into the in goal. Will it pull up in time? Yes, it will, and it'll be taken dead by Joe Burgess. It'll be a goal line dropout from Hull KR. Much more promising from the Brisbane Broncos. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to let us know where you're watching from. Get involved in those comments. We'd love it if you hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, so we can continue to try and grow this channel and we can bring you more live watch-alongs. So Hull KR with a goal line dropout. 18 minutes almost gone here. Hull KR 2 tries. Both coming through the middle in that red zone. Tom Amone getting the first. Elliot Minchella, their captain. The second, a long dropout. Goes almost 60 on the fly. Davey Willison's way back there. He's had a fumble of it, and then he's gone back and retrieved it. And he'll be met just on the attacking side of halfway on tackle 1. Pakes in at dummy half. Payne Haas. Good run for him. Beats the first. Shrugs off Petahiku. Tyrone May hangs onto the ball and drags him down just short of the 30-metre line. Pakes comes out. They go short side through Mam. Flat ball to Shibasaki. The defence was shaping there. They thought they were going to be taking on Jack Koseski. Now they come back to the right. Mam, long ball to Carrigan, centre field. Carrigan drifts back on a 45-degree run to the left. Quick play, the ball. Pakes out of dummy half, skips right, comes back to the left. Mam now floats it over the top. Karapani bouncing around, beats 1, beats 2, comes back to where he first started on tackle 5. He's 2 metres out from the line, 10 in from touch. Pakes in at dummy half. He's going to try and burrow over, but he's dragged down. The markers were very alert, and he'll turn it over. 14 in from touch and a metre out from the line. The referee just pushing Elliot Minchella back as he tries to take a couple of metres and take it out to 4 metres out from the line. Now the Broncos surrender tackle there on tackle 1. That was Davies. Now they work it through the middle here. Looking for the offload as Payne Haas wraps them up. Continue picking up some good post-contact metres. That's Carl Lawton onto the field now. Now Morg. Done well here, almost up to halfway on tackle 4. Reece Martin, the former Canterbury Bulldog, out there now. Lewis offloads to the left. And Lawton will play it wide on the left-hand edge. Lewis will go to the air, kicked from 43 out from his line. Walsh had trouble with the first one. He doesn't have trouble with this one, but he's met as soon as he lands on the ground by Gildart and one other. Oh, and then there's a knock on at dummy half. Zekatoni Staggs, a second mistake from Staggs in the first 20 minutes. And prime opportunity here for Hull KR to go again. Hey, Anna Rosa, good to have you with us. How you going? Where are you tuning in from? Hull KR here will have a scrum 10 metres out from the line. And Tony Staggs, again, just getting ahead of himself, wanting to do the next thing before the first thing was done. Midway through this first half, and Hull KR are certainly making the best of their chances. Make sure to get involved in the comments, guys. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Hull KR Lewis, short ball there for Petahiku. Plenty of ex-NRL experience in this Hull KR side. Hiku will play it 8 out from the line on the right edge. Lewis in at dummy half. Oh, pass missed everyone. In the end, it is Minchella cleaning it up. And working now forward through Dean Hadley. He'll play it 4 out from the line. They go the short side. They try and barge over through Carl Lawton. And at dummy half is Lytton, comes to Lewis, a show and go. Back out the back to May. He's sweeping around his Morg. Mam flops in. He needs to be cautious there not to give away a penalty on tackle 5. Hiku fills in at dummy half. Tyrone May, slicing kick, not really threatening. Brisbane will let them have it. Lytton rolls the grubber into the corner as the line's all up, and that is a beautifully weighted grubber from Jez Lytton. Eyes up rugby league. And Joe Burgess, the former Rooster, gets over for the 3rd try for Hull KR, and they are putting on a clinic here against the Brisbane Broncos. 16 points to 0 with a kick to come with 18 minutes to go in the first half. My, oh my. What a show from the Hull KR side. 3 times Brisbane have made a mistake in their defensive half. 3 times Hull KR have turned it into points. And you thought when May kicked here, it was a little bit of a nothing kick, but it was batted back, and then Lytton just spotted that Mariner had shot up into the line with Staggs. They both got forward when the kick was shallow. Then Lytton just rolled it in behind Staggs. He couldn't turn fast enough. Then racing through on the outside was Burgess, and he dots it down for a 3rd try. for the home side here. Hull KR playing this game at MKM Stadium, the home ground of their rivals, with Hull KR's ground being much smaller. Joe Burgess now is equal most tries in World Club Challenge history with 5. Also, Brett Morris and Ryan Hall. Some absolute flyers there. Great to have you all tuning in. Don't be shy, get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from, how you're enjoying your Thursday night or Friday morning, depending on where in the world you're watching from. And now Reece Martin on the field. Arthur Morgan's got 2 from 2, but Martin will take the conversion attempt from out wide. He was prolific when he was with the Bulldogs. And he slots this one from out wide. And so that will make it 18 points to 0. Hull KR leading the Brisbane Broncos. 16 and a bit minutes to go here in Hull. A show of force from Hull KR early. The Broncos, they go shorter with the kickoff. It's taken 9 out from the line by that man Burgess, and he takes it forward into the fence where he's met by Staggs. Hasn't had the best opening 30 or so minutes, Tony Staggs, that's fair to say. To be fair, it's only been about 25. Gildart plays it on tackle 2 now. Reece Martin. They're brought to ground here. Tackle 4 on halfway. They keep working it out. Hadley plays it. Tackle 5. 41 out from the Broncos line. They go the short side for Lewis. He goes to the air again. Walsh takes it, just surrenders himself on his back on the ground. Gildart completes the tackle. Fast up in defence are this whole KR side now. Brisbane trying to outflank them by going wide to Ezra Mam. Minchella completes the tackle. So we're going to see another change here for the Brisbane Broncos. They made an A for themselves coming from behind in the final series last year to Brisbane. Okay, perfect so far. 14 from 14 completions as Corey Pakes plays at 30 out on tackle 5. A scything, driving kick goes deep and is picked up by Davies on his own 10-metre line. He's met by Mam, who might be lucky that wasn't called a shoulder charge. He's running a little bit rogue early here, Ezra Mam. Petahiku now will play it 33 out from his own line on tackle 2. Haas completes the 3rd tackle as Burgess takes another hit up. Now they work through the middle. Minchella gets the offload away. May dropping back underneath him. Morg slices through. Haas can't get him. Mam covering across. They go to the outside. Back inside. Mam bats it down. It'll be 6 more. Litton's there again. He's absolutely everywhere as Jez Litton at the moment. He's wrapped up by Jordan Ricky. Wasn't appreciative of the contact around the neck. Slow ruck. So it'll be 6 more. That'll be a 0 tackle again. Oliver Gildart's brought down. 9 in from touch. 9 out from the line. Now, that's Whitbread in jersey 16, so we've got some different jersey numbers here. We'll sort that out. Now they come back through another 6 more here. Lewis for Minchella. He's wrapped up by his opposite number, Carrigan, and Payne Haas. Broncos happy just to continue giving away 6 more. That's the first. Tyrone May. Morg dropping Petahiku back underneath. He gets the inside shoulder of Ricky, but can't get away from him. Koseski's there as well. Morg in at dummy half. Takes a little scoot. Tries to burrow his way over. They go wide. A little juggle. Is that a mistake? I think it might have been. Opportunity maybe goes begging. Certainly was. So just updating those bench numbers. Reece Martin in 17, Sam Luckley in 15, Jai Whitbread in 16, and Carl Lawton in 19. Sure what prompted the late change of jerseys there, but it was certainly a little confusing. Now Brisbane will work it out from their own end. Telling stat. Hull KR 26 tackles in the opposition 20 metre zone. Brisbane just 8. As Karapani's met strongly driven back there by Whitbread. And they work it forward through Gosiewski. He'll play it just short of the 30 metre line on tackle 3. Payne Haas tearing off the back fence, but again, good, strong, low contact. Jez Linnett, he's been impressive for mine. Carrigan drifting across field, showing, going, gives it to Ricky. Ricky gets past one, gets past another, gets the offload to Walsh, swings it out wide now. Mariner's trying to pin his ears to the corner. Minchella wraps him up. 9 out from the line on tackle 5. The Broncos now swing it to Reynolds. He goes to Walsh. He's got Mann with him. Walsh kicks, looking for Karapani, who does well to get it back. And I don't know how they've turned that into a try, the Broncos. But Gemat Shibasaki gets the Broncos first. And my goodness, that was some beautiful work from the Broncos. Perfect placement of the kick from Reece Walsh. And then Josiah Karapani doing absolutely everything he could just to keep the ball in play, just batted it back, and somehow Shibasaki turned it into a try. Here we see on the replay, they go to Walsh. He's got numbers. He gets the defence in 2 minds. They shoot in on Mam. Karapani took the catch, just flicked it back over his shoulder, and Shibasaki came sweeping round. It's like he knew what the young man on the wing was going to do. Karapani didn't just look to bat it. He was facing the wrong way, so he had to throw it back over his shoulder as he was turning the other way, and Shibasaki slams it down just inside the left touch line to give the Broncos their first points. 18 points to 4, they trail. Just over 10 minutes remaining here in the first half of the World Club Challenge from MKM Stadium in Hull. We've got a little bit of a game on our hands. My oh my. The Broncos leading try scorer of 2025 gets another try here in the World Club Challenge. It's great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in the comments. Plenty of you there, very shy, very quiet in the comments. Just let us know where you're tuning in from, what you're up to on your Thursday night or Friday morning. Always good to have you all tuning in as Adam Reynolds will line this one up from well out wide on the left touch line. Remembering Reynolds was part of the South Sydney team that played the 2015 World Club Challenge, so he's been on this stage before. He starts it out wide, can't curl it back enough, so the score will remain 18 points to 4, 9 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Great to have you all tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from. And Hull KR have been dominant so far, but the Broncos finally draw some blood. 18 points to 4 inside the last 10 minutes here. Another try either way would be telling before half time. Lewis's kick is taken by the man that set up that try in Karapani. He's met strongly by Whitbread and Hadley. Broncos take this forward now. They'll play it on tackle 2. Ben Tulty out there for the Broncos. Jordan Ricky takes it up. He's met strongly. Lawton around the legs. Batchelor. And one other around the top. Reece Martin, but they give away a penalty. Just slowed that ruck a little too long, and that's exactly what Brisbane needed off the back of points. They'll start this set 35 out from the line. And they work it through Ricky. He's trying to march forward. Well, he's got 2 players on him. Led by Hadley. Walsh dropping Haas back underneath. Martin goes low. Litton goes high. Helped out by Whitbread as well. Pakes in at dummy half. Shapes together short runner and Tulty goes Then to Reynolds, who drops Koseski underneath. He'll play it on tackle 3. 10 out from the line. 20 in from touch. Now Carrigan again. The man underneath with Haas just coming back against the grain. Gets the offload away to Pakes. He's wrapped up straight away by Batchelor and May. Mam slots in a dummy half. 8 minutes on the clock. They're 2 metres out from the line. Mam, a little show and go out of dummy half. He's going to try and roll himself over, but they wrap him up. Has he lost the ball there, or has he hung on to it? They're going to go to the video referee, and I think that's the question that our referee's going to have. He's going to say no try, but he's going to be having a look at whether or not I think Ezra Mam lost the football here. Just watching the replay here, Mam. I think Ezra Mam's lost possession here as we watch the replay. Interesting times. Just watching the replay side on. Batchelor underneath. Definitely hasn't got the ball down. A lot of replays as to whether it's a strip or a knock on. It's a strip in the act of scoring a try. It shouldn't be a penalty. I feel like they've got that wrong, to be fair. It should have been a goal line dropout, as we're seeing. Is that Oliver Gildart with what appears to be a shoulder injury after all of that? Coming from the field, but the Broncos will have a full set here on the attack. 7 minutes 50 on the clock. Can they get a second try before half time? That's the big question here. Pakes takes the tap. Tulty carts it forward. 4 numbers in the tackle, and he's brought down mere centimetres short of the line. Pakes in at dummy half. Quick delivery out to Reynolds. Shapes to the outside. A little bit of confusion, collision, and a knock-on from the Broncos. And the opportunity goes begging. They just didn't get their lines right. Reece Walsh, a little frustrated. But they just couldn't execute on that right edge of the Broncos. A little bit of confusion as they tried their deception and they deceived themselves. Again, Tony Staggs, I think, ran the wrong line there. And then the pass loose out to Mariner just around his toes. He couldn't get a hold of it. And Hull KR breathe a sigh of relief with 7 minutes remaining. Certainly good to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. As I said, don't be shy. Get into those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from or what you're up to on your Thursday night, Friday morning, depending which part of the world you're in. May in a dummy half here, and Hull KR trying to get rolling out of their red zone. Played there by Petahiku. Carl Lawton on that dummy half. Whitbread plays it, and they get a penalty for a slow ruck. So that one's going against Tulty. Mikey Lewis, a ranging kick for touch. They'll start this set on what is nominally marked as the 40-metre line, but the line markings, the 50 to 40 is about 13 metres, and the 40 to 30 is about 8. And a couple of big ones, a couple of short ones. It's not exactly the standard that we see in the NRL, but that's okay. And the 30 to the 20 again is about 12 metres. Lawton in the dummy half again. Goes to the left here. Hadley with a show and go. He'll play it on tackle 3, 26 out from the line. And they go to the right. Lewis has swept around. Had Hiku with him, but he runs into his opposite number in Mam, who, again, just really treading a fine line with what he's doing. I'm not quite sure what he thinks he's impacting. Throwing a swinging arm in there, just missing the head of the player. Hadley, he's wrapped up by Carrigan. Tackle 5. May's got the ball, goes to Lytton, rolls it into the corner where Reece Walsh dives on it. Again, the Broncos will have to work it out deep in their own red zone. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Fanny Staggs gives it off to Dane Mariner. Mariner plays it. Staggs at dummy half. Cleaner pick up the last time he went there, but he only picks up 3 metres before he spears to ground, and he'll play it on tackle 3-12 out from the line. Hull KR turning up the tempo here. Flat-footed runner in Tulty gets the ball, and now they're 15 out from the line, tackle 4. Walsh is going to kick early. A big booming kicked in from inside his 20, and he's hit a 20-40. That is great eyes up rugby league. That is brutal. They're going to say it's just short. Certainly live, it looked like it went over the 40-metre line. Again, camera parallax error can certainly be deceiving. That looked like a bounce just. Looked like a bounce just over the 40, but the referee says no, and so Hull KR breathe a sigh of relief, and Suaso Sue, who's back out there with 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in this first half. I thought Reece Walsh had pulled off a great play there to turn some momentum, but unfortunately not. Now Lawton, Whitbread bouncing forward over the 40-metre line. He'll play at 33 out from the line. Lytton comes across, drops Gildart back underneath. So Gildart is all clear. We'll try and work out who that was that went off with the shoulder complaint just before. It was actually Morg that went off, so the fullback. Peter Hickey gets an offload, but the referee says you're already held, so sends him back. And they go to the left. May with Lytton around the back. Lytton bounces out of 1, looks to get the offload on the second. Tackle 5, so that'll be tackle 6 as Lytton just slows things down. Now, Karapani met strongly. There's good intent in the defence here from Hull KR. Broncos defence is looking all right, Sean, when they get the opportunities, but they've just made mistakes in their own end 3 times, and each time Hull KR have capitalised. Walsh now gets some space. Here we go. The Broncos winding up down the right-hand side. Draw and pass. Kenny Walsh. No, he just beats one. Gets the kick in. He's absolutely put that into about row 46. It was a great play, but in the end, I think he overplayed his hand, Reece Walsh. He sliced through in the defensive half, got to the outside, running through the centre second row channel. He's got to the outside of Lytton, who was defending there. Mikey Lewis now playing fullback with Morgoff. Then he beat him. The cover defence was coming. I think he just needed to draw and pass rather than try and cut back inside against Lewis. He had 2 runners outside him on the right and couldn't get it done. So yeah, back to what I was saying, Sean. Pretty solid defence, but they've just given away possession in their own red zone 3 times, and each time Hull KR have capitalised with a try. Hull KR have been a little more disciplined and a little bit better in their completions. I think the stat was earlier that the Broncos had 7 out of 10 completions, and from those 3 non-completions, Hull KR had 3 tries. Here they go, May sweeping it wide. Lewis chopping in as well, and a mistake from Peter Hickey on halfway. And that will be an opportunity here. As the Broncos will get the ball with a minute on the clock, just short of halfway. Hickey just rattled there by Karapani shooting in. And what can the Broncos do here? Time ticking down. They're not going to have much time by the time the ball actually goes into the scrum. We're down to 34 seconds. Here we go. Pakes it out of lock. Walsh beats one. Martin and Gildart wrap him up. It's going to be tackle 1, 42 out from the line. They go to Reynolds. Reynolds dropping it back underneath. Ben Tulty. I don't seem in any hurry here, the Broncos. 15 seconds on the clock. It's tackle 2. They're 32 out from the line. Pakes goes the short side to Walsh. Short ball. Nice ball in behind. Ricky slicing through. Gets it away to Corey Pakes. Is he going to be able to roll his way over? He's brought down inches short. They've got 3 seconds. He wants to get the ball played. Stagg swings it back to Reynolds. They've got numbers to the left if they can use them. Reynolds with the kick. Looking for Karapani again, and it's just batted over the sideline by Davies. Good composure from the young Englishman. And what looked like it could have been a potential Broncos try will be seen away here at half-time. And at half-time, it is 18 points to 4. 3 tries the way of the Hull KR side. They got out to an 18-0 lead. First try, Tom Amone from only a couple of metres out. Elliot Minchella, their captain, barged over not long after. Both those were converted by Arthur Morg. And Joe Burgess got the third out wide, which was converted by Reece Martin, the former Canterbury Bulldog. For the Broncos, it was Gemat Shibasaki that got the opening try. Reynolds couldn't convert it. In other news, though, Corey Jensen, in the opening 60 seconds, was knocked out and won't return to the game. And then for Hull KR, they've lost their fullback, Arthur Morg, who has gone off with what appeared to be a shoulder injury, with Mikey Lewis reshuffling to the fullback position. So we'll see what comes of it. We're going to take a short break here at halftime. If you haven't already, would love it if you could hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes with the second half of the World Club Challenge here on the Chris McPherson Show between Hull KR and the Brisbane Broncos. hello. We're back for the second half. Not far from getting back underway in this World Club Challenge, and the Brisbane Broncos find themselves in a situation that's not too unfamiliar for them. When you have a look at that final series they had last year where they ran down the likes of Canberra and Melbourne in those semi-finals to get the job done. They're certainly more than comfortable when they start moving the ball around, start playing some of that ad-lib rugby league that we saw late in the game. So don't rule them out just yet, but they need to clean up those errors in their own red zone. That's what cost them. 3 of those in the first half, which became 3 tries for the Robins, Hull KR. And also, how do the two teams deal with the injuries they've had so far? Will we see Arthur Morg come back, the fullback for Hull KR? We won't see Corey Jensen, we know that. A really unfortunate concussion early in the game. He was very groggy and hasn't returned. It's going to be game on here. 40 minutes of football to decide the World Club Challenge winner for 2026. Do we think the Broncos can come back from here, team? Let me know. Just looking back at the history of the World Club Challenge, and whilst they've nearly all been hosted in England, they've been historically, up until recent years, won by the Australian teams over the recent run. If we go back to 2009, from 2009 to 2020, only 2 English sides have won the tournament. And then 23 and 2024, the English sides both won the matches as well. So no game last year. And 2026, a game on the line. Some of the early days, the early 2000s, Bradford and Leeds went on a bit of a run. The Roosters, they've won 5, and depending on who you want to listen to, the Storm have won 3 or 4. Hey, Lizard, to be fair, there's only been the one decision that I think has been tough against the Broncos, which was the 20-40 that Reece Walsh kicked, and it was touch and go. Otherwise, the refereeing's actually been all right, I think. Yeah, I don't think we can draw too much from that. But, yeah, I certainly know in previous years that has been the case, where it has seemed, certainly for a lot of these games, and as we said, predominantly played in England. I think if we go back to when it became annual in 2000, in that period, it's maybe 3 in Australia from my memory. I think we had the one in 2014, the Roosters hosted Storm, maybe in 2018, and then obviously 3 years ago, Penrith hosted their one at Penrith. But it's just, yeah, it's one of those things we have seen, especially going back further, that these teams have maybe got the rub of the green. I think that's a fair summary. Hasn't really been the case so far tonight, to be fair. The Broncos have made 3 errors, and the Hull KR side have capitalised on that. Been a couple of other sort of 50-50 calls. There was one early on where, to be fair, the Broncos got a leg up when they called a strip in a try-scoring situation and gave a penalty rather than, it probably should have been a goal line dropout, because the strip was made over the line and then he was tackled in goal, or he was dead in goal with a player in contact with him. But we've got 40 minutes to decide. And as I said, the Broncos are as adept, if not more adept, than absolutely anyone at coming back from a double-digit deficit. So we'll see what they can do. Obviously, as we know, they came back against Canberra multiple times. They did it against Penrith and they did it against Melbourne as well. So they are the kings of comebacks in their recent competitive matches. Trailed 14 points against Penrith. I think it was a similar margin against the Raiders. So maybe 28, 12, even might have been 16 points against the Raiders. So not unfamiliar territory for them here. As the entertainment continues on, it's an extended half-time break at MKM Stadium in Hull. Interestingly enough, the game being played at the home of Hull FC, Hull KR's bitter rivals. Yeah, home ground of Hull KR only seats about 11,500, so playing at the larger stadium. Entertainment still going on. The Hull KR will be one of the sides that will play as part of the Vegas triple header. They'll take on Leeds before the Knights and the Cowboys and the Bulldogs and the Dragons on the 1st of March. So looking forward to that. And of course, the NRL trials will continue on tonight. We'll have 3 games of the NRL 2 games of the NRL trials, tonight. Things keep ticking along with the NRL preseason, the Witzer preseason, I think it's called, for sponsorship reasons. The Warriors and the Dolphins and the Tigers and the Panthers tonight. But the work all to be done here for the Brisbane Broncos on enemy soil. Great to have you all tuning in. This is a very extended half-time break. As there is someone who, I will be honest, I do not recognise performing at half-time here. See if we can figure out who that is. And the lights are back on. That's a positive sign. The Broncos are back on the field. We're almost set for some actual action. Here we go. OKR make their way out onto the field as well. 18-4 at half-time. The try scorers in the first half. It was Tom Amone that got us underway. His try was converted by Arthur Moore. Elliot Minchella barged over similarly from short distance to get a second try for Hull KR. That was also converted by Arthur Moore next to the post. Joe Burgess gets the third out wide. And Reece Martin converted that one to make it 18-0. And then Gabat Shibasaki got one back for the Broncos. And the Broncos went oh so close right on half-time. But weren't to be. So here we are set for kickoff for the second half. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you hit like on the video and hit subscribe. Get involved in those comments as the Brisbane Broncos get us underway. Burgess takes it from the kickoff, gives it off to Suaso Sue. He's met strongly by Pat Carrigan and Ben Tulty. And straight away they go to work here. Carl Lawton out there at dummy half. That's Joe Burgess playing it now. A bit of push and shove between he and Ben Tulty. Jai Whitbread, another former NRL player. He'll play it on the 30-metre line on tackle 3. Now they go to Dean Hadley. He's been no fuss and solid for Hull KR today. Reece Martin gets it a little bit flat-footed, didn't time it. But he's clipped high by the look of it. Didn't look like a lot in it, but the penalty does go the way of Hull Kingston Rovers. Just short of halfway. Mikey Lewis will kick for touch. And pick up about 25 metres, and Hull KR will start this set 23, 24 metres out from the line. Immediately it's Whitbread taking it up, brought down 21 out from the line. And they come. Little short ball for Suaso Sue. Gets the offload away. Lawton's there. As is Hadley, who gets the offload from Lawton. He's brought to ground on tackle 2-6 out from the line. Lawton goes to the right. Tyrone May. Litton's there. Litton filling in the halves now with Lewis playing at fullback. Reece Martin is wrapped up. And we go back to the left. Lawton, a little dart out of dummy half. He's brought down by a man who I think probably would have been a former Manly teammate in Jack Koseski. Litton, the show, the go, gets past Carrigan, can't get past the next two, and he's wrapped up. We have a penalty for high contact for Carrigan. That one was pretty clear cut. Litton just tried to duck under, and Carrigan couldn't get his tackle down low enough. And Ezra Mam in all sorts. I have to say, neither Mam or Katoni Staggs have covered themselves in glory so far in this game. It has been far from their best. They're going to take the tap here. Lawton taps. Suaso Sue. Played on tackle 1. 5 out from the line. Lawton at dummy half. Goes out the back to Whitbread, who's been workmanlike so far. He plays on tackle 2. Sweeping runners around. May. Little short ball to Lewis. It looked like some obstruction, but the referee says no. There's lots of bodies going in to action there. He'll play it 3 out from the line on tackle 3. Litton at first receiver. Litton, sorry, at first receiver. Good numbers in the tackle. Carrigan leads it. Whitbread on his back, 11 out from the line on tackle 4. Inside play, back to Suasu Su. Tries to get the arm free. Batchelor was sniffing about. That'll be tackle 5. 4 out from the line. They go to May. May steps back off his left and goes to the right. Little kick into the in goal, and it'll be just a touch too heavy. Well watched by Josiah Karapani, and he picks it up, and he's going to race out and take the 20-metre restart. Makes no mistake of that. Carts it forward, and he'll play it on the 30 to start this set for tackle 0. Broncos a little slow to recover and get numbers there. Shibasaki will play it now. Tackle 1, almost 40 metres out from the line. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Love it if you could hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what you're up to for your Friday morning or Thursday night, depending on where you're watching, as Carrigan takes it over halfway here on tackle 3. It's a promising start to the set for the Broncos. Ben Hunt's on now. Gives it off to Tulty. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second half. The Broncos work to do. Tulty will play it now. Tackle 4, 30 out from the line. They go to the left. Reynolds shapes the kick, drops it back underneath the Payne Haas. He's wrapped up with 3 in the tackle, immediately led by Suaso Sue and Reece Martin. Hunt in a dummy half. Goes to the right with Reynolds. Little grubber in behind. Tony Staggs appealing for a penalty. Feels like he was taken out. Burgess is wrapped up 3 metres out from the line. Reynolds and Hunt doing the work at the end. Now, Hull KR working off their own line. Reynolds makes the second tackle. I'll play it now. 3 out from the line. That's Gildart playing it. Now Davies will take it just over the 10-metre line. Hunt hangs on for dear life as Payne Haas helps him out. Reece Martin. No, Peter Hiku coming through. Both look very similar from a distance. He'll play it just over the 20-metre line now on tackle 4. Jez Litton gets out of dummy half. He's been really impressive, Litton, for mine. That's tackle 5. They'll go to Lewis. He'll kick it from 30 out from his own line. He'll find the ground 20 out from his line. Karapani sweeps around, picks it up inside his own 10-metre zone. Gets the offload away on the turn. Walsh is there. Picks up another 10, 12, 13, 14 metres. And he's brought down 27 out from his own line. Now they're working it forward. Shibasaki will play it on tackle 2. Karapani's there. Goes up to halfway on tackle 3. Now Carrigan takes it into the attacking half. Shows it out the back, gives it to Reynolds. He slices through. Will Dane Mariner get the bounce here? He does. It was an awkward bounce for Mikey Lewis. That'll be tackle 4 inside the attacking half. He gets a quick play the ball. They go the short side here. Staggs beats one. Slices across. Beats a second. Wraps up. No. Gets the offload away to Hunt, who goes to Haas. Haas, centre field. Looking for the offload. Finds Mam. Mam cuts back to the right. Steps again off his left foot. Goes the other way off his right. Now Grubbers into the in goal. And that was easily dealt with by Mikey Lewis filling in at fullback. And I think that was a rush of blood there from Ezra Mam. Wasteful with a tackle up his sleeve. Well, now, Hull KR looking like the side that might be out on their feet. Can Brisbane turn the screws here? Martin will play it on tackle 3, 28 out from the line. Now, Gildart, he'll play at tackle 4. He's wrapped up by Tulty and Reynolds. Hadley, he goes around tackle 5. 46 out from his line. Mikey Lewis will get an uncontested kick away. He goes deep back. Walsh decides not to take it on the full. Lets it bounce, and it goes dead on the second bounce. That'll be a 7 tackle set and a 20-metre restart for the Broncos. What can they capitalise on here? Just over 7 minutes gone in this second half. Karapani takes the tap. Easy to pick in his electric purple, I'll call them, boots. Hunt into dummy half. Shibasaki bounces out of the tackler Hiku, but Tyrone May quickly dives on him. That'll be tackle 1. Almost up to the 40-metre line. Good tackle from May, low around the legs of Gosiewski. Now Carrigan. Shapes the pass, decides to run, takes it over halfway. He's wrapped up by Hadley and Reese Martin. Now Hunt to the left through Haas. Shrugs off Tyrone May, gets the offload. Ezra Mams there bouncing around. Tucks it under the wing in the end, and he's wrapped up. 3 in the tackle. Minchella, Lawton, and Hadley. Hello, Harry. Good to have you with us. Gosiewski thinks about the offload after he gets it from Walsh. He's dragged the ground on tackle 5. 12 out from the line. A good set from the Broncos. They go the short side here. Walsh pops it on. Can they get to the line? That was close, but I think Shibasaki might have lost it. And that is exactly how it's ruled. He's lost it in the field of play. Just overextends himself, trying to get the ball down. It was tackle 5 anyway, so not a big cost to them. Lewis and May there in defence. It's better from the Broncos. They're starting to get a spring in their step. Davies is tackle 1. And Whitbread. He plays it back. May filling it at dummy half. Peter gets across the 30-metre line on tackle 3. Mikey Lewis is held down by Ben Hunt. He can't hold him down too long though. Quick play the ball. Now Tyrone May skipping, jumping, stepping, wrapped up. Willison, the man to make the tackle. And they go to the air on the left. Little mistake there from Mariner. Gets the offload away to Hull KR. And Oliver Gildart's going to be in for a 4th try for Hull KR. And another mistake from a kick. And Hull KR take their opportunity. I think it was Dane Mariner. Just couldn't quite take that one on the high ball. It bobbled. Set up nicely for one of the Hull KR chasers. Who then just popped it across to Gildart on the inside. And a 4th try for Hull KR, and that makes the job all the harder for the Brisbane Broncos. 10 minutes gone here in this second half, and Hull KR lead by 18. Have a look on the replay. The bomb hit from 35 out from the line. It is Mariner gets up for it in a contest. Couldn't quite get it. I think it's Reese Martin coming through. Lewis goes to the air. Burgess and Mariner go up for it. Reese Martin just gets it back on the outside. Gildart with a little short pass, sliding his way over. Lewis's kicking game has been pretty strong in the attacking half so far today. Tell you what, looking at the replay, is there a bobble there from Burgess first? Interesting times. Great to have you all tuning in. We'd love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. We continue to try and grow this channel. The more subscribers we have, the more of these live watch-alongs we can do. Reece Martin with a conversion attempt to try and extend the lead out to 20. Martin strikes it. 15 in from touch. Pilots it between the uprights. 24-4. Not a bad backup goal kicker to have in your arsenal in Reece Martin. 28.5 minutes remaining here at the MKM Stadium in Hull. And Hull KR are absolutely dominating this game at the moment. Every time Brisbane looks like getting a sniff, they just pull something back. Brisbane get us back underway. Whitbread takes it up on tackle 1. Burgess plays it on tackle 2. He's got through plenty of work as Joe Burgess. Now Dean Hadley. They play it now. It'll be tackle 3. Minchella, he's been quiet in the second half so far. Hadley going for another run, almost up to halfway on tackle 4. They try and appeal for penalty. Sorry, tackle 5 there now. Now they go to the air again through Lewis. Mariner, he makes sure of this one. Not as much pressure on the contest. Martin wraps him up, tries to go for the one-on-one steal. Doesn't happen. Mariner will play this tackle 1, 21 out from his own line, 21 in from touch on the right side. And they're working through Shibasaki. Oblix Tower makes way. Ben Tulty back on. Karapani on a strong run here up towards halfway. Terry, good to have you. Hopefully they can get back into this contest. Tell you what, you'd be excited. I'm excited. I think lots of rugby league people are excited to see what can come with these PNG Chiefs coming into the competition in a couple of years' time. Contest at the back there, a collision. Lewis can't take it. LKR want a penalty. Hiku cleans up at the back. Ricky's over the top and Staggs is there too, completing the tackle. Peter Hiku nice and calm and composed there. Reece Walsh hobbling away from the contest. Not a good sign for Broncos fans. It's always a concern out of these matches. LKR working it through Litton. I tell you what, he's been one of the most impressive for mine. Jez Litton and Mikey Lewis. As Lewis jumps out of dummy half, as he kicked a 40-20 there, he's caught Reece Walsh napping. I think he has. My, oh my. I just talk about how good the two of them are. Quick play the ball from Litton, and all of a sudden, Lewis pops into dummy half and finds a, on the end, it's been a 40-10, it's a 32-7. Reece Walsh hobbling. He spotted that he wasn't quite on his game and was out of position. And now Hull KR will look to capitalise again here. You think if they score again here, it's going to be too big of a job for the Broncos. May. Litton there. How do we play it? Is that Gilzart? No, Davies will play it. 11 out from the line. They come to Minchella. Amo and the opening try scorer back out there for another stint. He's wrapped up by Carrigan, Haas. And looks like Tulty's taken a knock there. That's not ideal for the Broncos. Minchella. Little short run. He'll play it 4 out from the line. Lawton in at dummy half. May. Lewis steps back off his left, skims into the midfield. Runs out of runners, spins around, pirouettes, runs back into the line where he's wrapped up by Ben Hunt and Pat Carrigan. He'll play it 11 metres out from the line on tackle 5, just to the left of centre field. Now Lawton swings it to May. May thinks about rolling it into the in-goal, decides better of it, then goes to pass, now rolls it into the in-goal. And oh my word, after all the indecision, Peter Hiku comes racing through on a kick that was at best described as a lottery. And Hull KR get a 5th try. And they are putting on a show here. The Hull Kingston Rovers. 28 points to 4 with a kick to come. Just over 24 minutes remaining. My oh my, what a disappointing time for the Broncos. I can't see them coming back from here. Still plenty of time, but if Reece Martin makes this conversion, just watching the replay, Tyrone May was absolutely out of options, and then he just rolled it through. And Gemet Shibasaki was so far up in the line. Shibasaki gets up in the line. Mam holding a step, tries to turn around. He just didn't have time to react, and Karapani couldn't cover across from defending the width on his wing. It looked like a bit of a lottery ball, but it was a smart play in the end. Tyrone May making every post a winner at the moment for Hull KR. And despite losing their fullback, they are absolutely adapting here. Hull KR, 28 points to 4 with 23.5 minutes remaining. What a showing from the Kingston Rovers, the Robins. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you could hit like on the video and subscribe on the channel. We're looking to do some more rugby league watch-alongs during the NRL and Super League season, so try and keep you up to date with plenty of content. Also do watch-alongs and plenty of content around other sports as well. As Reece Martin looks to line this one up. Take it from just out to the left. As we look at it from behind the post and slots it again straight over the black dot. No issue for the former Bulldog and the Papua New Guinea international. And it is 30 points to 4. Hull KR lead with 23 minutes on the clock. Let's watch it here again. May went to run, give it short to a Moan. No runners out on the right, and then just rolled it in, an angling grubber. Petahiku was the man who was there. 30 points to 4. Brisbane go for the short kickoff, which everyone has to watch bounce. And then Ezra Mam grabs hold of the try scorer in Petahiku, who took that. And now they'll start this set. Well, it'll be now tackle 2, and they're 5 metres short of halfway as Davies plays it. And they roll forward. Batchelor will play it on tackle 3 inside the attacking half. Hadley met strongly by Haas and Carrigan. It's a duo you don't probably want to run into unless you have to. Amone. There's a bit more sting in the defence. Tulsi and Hunt. They go to Lewis. He'll kick it from his attacking 40. Burgess running around, trying to shape for it. Mariner gets up and takes it cleanly in the air and is met as soon as he hits the turf by Gildart. Big line speed from Hull KR here. Amone, Lawton, Minchella all racing up and shutting down Staggs, not giving him space to work. They know how dangerous he can be. Reynolds filling in at dummy half, gives it wide to Shibasaki. He'll play it just outside his 20-metre line. Now Karapani. To be fair, he's probably been one of the Broncos' best tonight. Tulsi takes it over the 40-metre line. He'll play it 44 out from their line on tackle 5. Reynolds to kick. He goes the torpedo. Lewis filling in at fullback does well there. Calls Davies in for a run. He'll play it now on tackle 1 on his 20-metre line. Now Hiku. A hit and spin. Gets out of the first tackle, but Jordan Ricky recovers after Hunt lost the grip on Hiku. Litton gives it out. Burgess. I'll tell you what, Joe Burgess has been a workhorse today. A little bobble there, but didn't hit anything, so it's play on. Just looking, a little stat coming up on the stream. Second half run meters, 350 to 200. Hull KR. An extra 150 metres so far in the first 20 minutes of this half. Here's Hadley again. He doesn't bend the line massively, but just gets through, gets a decent speed to play the ball as Lewis will kick this from just on his own side of halfway. They're targeting Mariner. He takes it nice and easily this time. Batchelor comes over and ankle taps him as Minchella comes over the top. Reynolds in at dummy half. They go the second man play looking for Karapani off Walsh. Mam to dummy half now. He gives it to Shibasaki. Bounces out of the tackle. Lawton bounces out of another tackle. Good run. Gemet Shibasaki up over the 40. Moan ends up recovering and getting hold of him in the end. Ben Hunt runs out of dummy half. No one wants a bar of him or the ball. Eventually gives it to Haas, who takes a couple of metres, then offloads to Hunt, back to Mam. Mam will play it on the attacking side of halfway. Tackle 4. They're now 48 out from the line. Ben Tulty straight through the middle. He's tearing downfield, looking for a runner. Gives it to Carrigan. Carrigan dragged down from behind by Lytton, but it won't be enough. Carrigan reaches out and plants it down. And Ben Tulty, he can take the credit for that one. The big man just tearing forward, ripping right through the middle. And it was like the Red Sea parting as he went through there, and then got the offload to Pat Carrigan. Another big body in support, who did just enough, despite the efforts of Jez Lytton from behind, to dot it down and give his side some faint hope. Tulty just there. Was that man that I've been rapping, Hadley, who couldn't actually, no, it was Lawton that fell off the tackle. And Lytton just couldn't stop the rampaging momentum of Pat Carrigan. Just went through in between Lawton and Amone. Reynolds makes no mistake. So 30 points to 10. Doesn't look great, but there is some sort of pulse here. Some sort of hope if you're a Broncos fan. 30 points to 10. Certainly good to have you all tuning in. Love it if you could hit like on the video, hit subscribe. Let us know where you're watching from. Good to have some fans from Australia. We had some people from the US earlier on, and we've got people from PNG as well so far. Watching this clash for the World Club Challenge, a live watch along. Can the Broncos do what they've done so well through the 2025 NRL Final Series and just pull victory out of the ashes? Here's Tulty. Cardigan up. He's met quickly by 3 players there. Batchelor, Hadley, and Amone. A bit of a flat-footed run from Xavier Willison. Hunt in at dummy half. They go wide to Reynolds. Walsh, little show and go. Pops it outside now. Mariner's got the accelerated down. Mariner on the outside. Show and go. Burns Lewis, and he's going to go round, and the Broncos are going to go back to back here. He's going to round it a little bit, score 15 in from touch, and quick as you like. It's gone from 30 points to 4 to 30 points to 14. The Broncos are on their way back. And the cloister of Broncos faithful in MKM Stadium are up and about. This is some sort of turn. 17.5 minutes remaining here. And won't waste much time with this kick. They're going to need to score at least 5 tries anyway. But Walsh just drew them in. And then Lewis got caught in 2 minds at fullback. Burgess cut down the space in the end. And he's brought it round to probably about 13 metres in from touch, to be fair. What a turn of events now. The Broncos, could they conjure something? Adam Reynolds has brought it back 24 metres. He's got 13 in from touch. They said 17 minutes on the clock. We've got just enough time to do it. He hits this one, and he hits it well. 30 points to 16. It's a 14-point deficit. They've had some epic comebacks, but this would be the biggest of them. 26 points they trailed by. All of a sudden, they're just turning it on. This ad-lib, high-octane, flashy football works so well for them. You see the replay there. Mariner absolutely sold it to Mikey Lewis. But still plenty of work to do here. We think they can come back? Let us know. Jump into the comments. We're tipping them to get it done. Okay, I'm taking their time with a restart. A kick deep to the left of the Broncos where it's taken by Karapani. Tulty again. It's almost those same 3 players. Now Willison again. It's a repeat of that last set. Now they go to Carrigan. Again, they swing it wide. Reynolds straightens it up through Ricky, who gets the offload. I think that's been batted down. That should be 6 more. What are we going to have here as a decision? Yep, that's correct. The referee has said it's been batted down in the end. Burgess ended up with it. But it will be a new set for the Broncos. So 15 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Hey, Zen, watching from France. Great to have you with us. Ticking off a bit of a United Nations of viewers today. Official crowd, 24,600 in at MKM Stadium for the World Club Challenge. Great to see a big turnout. Now the Broncos go to the left through Ezra Mam. He bounces out of the first tackle. Takes 4 to drag him down in the end. It was Batchelor that he bounced off first. He's joined by Minchella, Lawton and Hadley. Luckily out there now for his first involvement for Hull KR. Walsh. I think that's been batted down again. It'll be 6 more again. It will be. Reece Walsh has got them jumping at shadows. Stags will play this. This will be 0. Just over the 40-metre line. The Broncos turning up the heat here. Hunt into dummy half. Carrigan. Working it forward. He'll play at tackle 1, 26 metres out. Centre field. Now they go to Mam on the left. He gives it back to Payne Haas. I think Haas was quite expecting that. Hunt into dummy half. Comes back centre field. Tulty's there. Show and go. Carl Lawton's not falling for it this time. Now Hunt goes to the left. Reece Walsh is there. Flat ball and the Broncos are in again. This time Shibasaki with a second. The Broncos are racing back into this one. 30 points to 20. It is absolutely doable from here. Reynolds with another kick to come. And there's still 14 minutes to play. My, oh my, this is some sort of game. Zen's up and about. I like it. Sunday night in France. Starting to look a little more positive for you, Zen. That's a beautiful line from Shibasaki, just barging over. Reece Walsh. Fingerprints all over that one. The try assist. Reynolds, again, takes it way back. Hits the upright, though, so it will remain 30 points to 20. The deficit is 10. But they are getting things done. Shibasaki's second try. So 5 tries to 4, but they trail by 10. They're going to need to get it done with 2 more converted tries. Broncos fans are up and about. More than enough time to get this done with 2 tries the way the Broncos play rugby league. You can just never write them off. I tell you what, when it got to 30 points to 4, I thought it was good night, nurse. But they have found a pulse. They have found a hope. They've found a way. And Michael Maguire and Trent Barrett still look like they're freezing to death and not happy with what's going on. And to be fair, they're down by 10 because of their own doing. Tulty again, they kick off that same spot and we start the set exactly the same way. 3 players in there, Luckley, Hadley, Batchelor. Now they go to Willison again. It's almost just like a repeat. May and Lawton bring him down. And they swing wide. Cut out pass here. Staggs on the ball. Bounces through one. Litton drags him down with one other. He's 44 out from the line. They get the quick play the ball. Walsh into dummy half. Reynolds. Short ball back here to Ricky, who'll get a quick play the ball. Walsh again into dummy half on tackle 4. That looked like a forward pass to me, but anyway, they get away with it. Short ball to Tulty. Tackle 5, 24 out from the line. They go to the left. Mam's there. Is it off? Can they get the offload away? Play on, says the referee. Can they get over the line? Knocked on just short of the line for the Broncos. Ben Hunt is arguing the case. He's not going to win that one with the referee. Willison just lost it a metre short of the line, but again, just shows how dangerous the Broncos are. They get within a few centimetres here. 30 points to 20, 11 minutes 55 on the clock. Hull KR will start this set 10 metres out from the line. It feels like forever since they've had the ball. I think the Broncos have scored 3 tries since they've had the ball. A little bit of friendly fire. Cleans up Carl Lawton. May into dummy half. He gives it off. Petahiku's there. Wrapped up by Payne Haas. Good strong contact from Hunt down low. Carrigan over the top. Mikey Lewis appealing for a high tackle penalty. Not getting it. And we've had someone's jersey's been ripped off here. It's just been absolutely torn off. Can't tell who it is because they've got no number on. Seen everything here. Tyrone May, he's coughed that up. He's coughed it up. Trying to milk the penalty, Tyrone May. Just a bit of rush of blood. I think it's Minchella, the captain. His jersey's been ripped in too. It is. Jordan Ricky just tore the clothes off his back. Tyrone May here, half fighting to get up and then rolls his arm out and just coughs it up. Tulty was nowhere near the ball. Minchella's been equipped with a new jersey. 11 minutes on the clock, 10 points the deficit. This is game on, guys. Don't go anywhere. If you haven't already, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. This could well and truly come right down to the wire in the World Club Challenge. It may be one of the most historical comebacks in recent memory. It'll take the cake over those comebacks in the final series for the Broncos. They were down 30 points to 4 with less than 20 minutes to go. Hey, Ernesto, thanks for tuning in. Tony Staggs bumps out of one, and his body slammed by Sam Luckley. And they're going to say the contact was high. A few players rush in. But a penalty for the Broncos. This is a big leg up. 10:48 on the clock. Adam Reynolds kicks for touch. He'll find it somewhere around the 20-metre line, I think. I'm going to call it was a crusher tackle, I think. So Ricky takes this one forward. 5 players in the tackle, and he's still marching forward. The Broncos have found a new energy, a new lease on life here. Minchella, got to be careful not to give away a 6 more here. Tulty just winding up and absolutely running into the teeth of the defence. He'll play at tackle 2. 9 out from the line. Hunt to dummy half. Goes to the left. Reynolds pops it out for Mam. Body's going everywhere. Mam runs out of runners, has to take it himself. He's met by the defence. Headley tackles him. He'll play at tackle 2. Again, 9 out from the line. Carrigan. Haas. Little pop ball. Hunt's there. Show. Go. Pokes his head through the line. Tulty. Can he reach out? No. 2 defenders drag him down. Half a metre short of the line. No, the referee's going to say he's over the line. I think his shoulder's over the line, but I don't think the football's over the line. Mikey Lewis is being an absolute pest to him. Just great nuisance value. So he tackle 4, 10 out from the line. Tulty plays it just in line with the right upright. Payne Haas just takes it straight up through the middle on tackle 5. He'll play it 4 out from the line in line with the left upright. Hunt's there. Shapes, goes to Reynolds out the back. Walsh, no look pass, and he's thrown it into row 2. Little rush of blood, right idea, but Hull KR got up, put the pressure on, and their fans are on their feet applauding their team. Still 9 and a bit minutes remaining. One more try, says Jesse. That'll certainly put a cat amongst the pigeons. Have a grandstand finish if the Broncos could score in their next set. You can imagine what the atmosphere is like there with 25,000, mostly Hull fans in the MKM Stadium at Hull. Strong numbers led by Willison in the tackle. Now Petahiku. Wrapped up by 3 players. Ricky, Reynolds and Haas. And just keeping it simple. They're trying to wind the clock here. Burgess, another territory run, just trying to carry the metres out of his own end zone. Now Reece Martin, he'll play it on tackle 4, just short of the 40-metre line. Been a solid, if not spectacular set from Hull Kingston Rovers. Hadley plays at tackle 5. They come to the left where Lewis will kick. He'll go deep for Mariner. He'll take it 4 out from his own line. Winds up, gets past 1, runs into the teeth of the defences. Luckley and Minchella bring him down. Defence was very quick then, and Tulty sort of asking the question of the referee. Now they swing it wide to Walsh. He tips it on. Karapani gets past 1. Can't get out of tackle Davies, but gets the offload for Mam. Mam steps back infield. Had Walsh with him. Couldn't get the ball free. He's dragged down 38 out from the line. Now Shibasaki in at dummy half. Takes a scoot towards halfway. Luckley's the man that drags him down with the assistance of Reece Martin. That's tackle 4. They're still on their own side of halfway here. Carrigan goes out to Mam. Mam runs it himself. Tackle 5. 42 out from the line. They go the short side here. Reece Walsh gets underneath the kick. Pushing through on Mikey Lewis and does well. Gets there just as Lewis catches it and drives him back. He'll have to start this set 3 out from the line. 7 minutes on the clock. Hey, Jack, good to have you watching from PNG, my friend. Those of you who have just joined us, we'd love it if you could hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Carrigan makes the tackle here. And Gildart will play it on tackle 3, 12 out from his own line. A little scoot out of dummy half by Lewis. He'll play it tackle 4 after being dragged down by Tulty. May into dummy half. Whitbread's back out there. Tackle 5. They're 27 out from their line here, and they're going to have to kick from deep in their own territory. Hull, they're out on their feet. Watching from Singapore, Jesse. There we go. We are getting people from all around the world. Wonderful stuff. Mariner takes the catch and brings it out to his 30-metre line. He gets up clutching his head, though. He's all right in the end. Now Reynolds. Both teams look like they're running on empty at the moment. Who can find something here? Karapani plays it on the 40. Nice work there from Xavier Willison. He'll take it up over halfway. Martin, Hadley, and luckily drag him down. You could just see when they... a little mistake there from the Broncos. Ball goes back. They're still in possession. Mams on it. Shrugs off Hiku. Bounces back and he'll play it after Tyro May drags him down. Hey, Smith. How are you? Good to have you tuning in. One more try for the Broncos would certainly liven this up. They're looking like they're running out of imagination, though. Payne Haas will play at tackle 5, 40 out from the try line. Ben Hunt, little dink in behind, looking for the chase of Shibasaki. He gets the bounce. Can't hold on to it, though. And it'll be a knock-on in the field of play. Knock-on in the field of play. The touch judge, first of all, signaled for a goal line dropout. But it'll be a knock-on in the field of play. And then it's gone dead in goal. He's just on his fingertips there, Shibasaki. He holds that, he scores, and we've got a 6-point ball game. Oh, my. 5:05 on the clock. And now Hull Kingston Rovers will have a 7-tackle set. And they'll just be running that message through their heads. Complete, and we get out of here. Complete 2 more sets, and we get out of here. Manage the clock. Here's Burgess again coming in. Ricky makes the tackle. And Ricky just clips him high, and that's a penalty. Petahiku's out there. He's playing right centre. Anarasa. They just haven't had much ball recently, Hull KR. So this is a penalty, 33 out from their line. Referee signal time off because they're slowing things down. 4:32 on the clock. And that was one of those ones that you just can't really avoid. As Mikey Lewis picks up huge territory here. No, he doesn't. He didn't find touch. Mariners found it just inside the line. And the Broncos will start this set. What a spin of events that is. That is a momentum shifter. They'll start here 40 out from the line. Carrigan, Mam, out to Walsh. They're into the attacking half. He gives it on to Shibasaki. He gets past one, gets past Davies, gets to stay back in field and gives it to Karapani, who's dragged down here. Mam in at dummy half. 24 out from the line. I'll take a settler. Hey, Sebastian, Lay in Papua New Guinea. Great to have all the PNG fans with us. As Ben Hunt gives it on. Payne Haas bumps out of one. He's drifting across field looking for runners. He's got Tony Staggs, who comes back against the grain. He's dragged down around the ankles. What a surprise. Jez Litton's the man there. 4 out from the line on tackle 4. Ben Hunt gets to Reynolds. Carrigan, Walsh. Short flat ball to Shibasaki. Can he get free? No, he's dragged down by May on tackle 5. 5 out from the line. 9 metres in from touch on the left side. Reynolds in... Hunt into dummy half. Carrigan flicks it out to Reynolds. Reynolds, Ricky on. Tony Staggs is going to get it down out wide, and it's a 1-try ball game with 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. It is 30 points to 24. Tony Staggs gets across. Can Reynolds make it a 4-point ball game? That is going to be the question as the Broncos get their 5th try. 5 tries apiece. Goal kicking the difference with 2:57 on the clock, and the clock has stopped. My, oh my, what a finish we've got on our hands here in the World Club Challenge. Zen is up and about. I'm sure you're raising the roof there in France. And we go back to that touch finder from Mikey Lewis where he just went really aggressive on that penalty. And Pat Carrigan, the flick past Reynolds, Ricky, and Tony Staggs have plenty of space to get round and get it down. And now Adam Reynolds will have a kick to make it a 4-point ball game. What a finish we've got on our hands here. A grandstand finish. Hey, Jesse, good to have you watching from PNG. He pushed it just to the left, so it's going to remain 30 points to 24. They're going to need a converted try to level this up with 2 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. Willie Peters is looking very nervy at the moment. I'm feeling it, and I'm a neutral. What a time to be alive and watching rugby league. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video, give it that thumbs up, hit subscribe on the channel. Wonderful to have you all tuning in from around the world, France, Singapore, PNG, US, Australia. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Hull KR fans can't believe it. 30 to 24. They were leading 30 points to 4 about 15 minutes ago. They go with the kickoff again to the right. It's taken by Karapani. They swing it. Walsh back to Haas. Smith, good to have you. Watching from Samoa, Seki. That's so good. Another country to add to the list. Great to have you all tuning in. Ben Hunt out of dummy half. Xavier Willison reversing into traffic. I can bet you Hazan. He'll raise the roof of the Broncos score again here. Slow play the ball. Willison too busy arguing with the referee. Mam goes the short side. Shibasaki's been so key in this. He's dragged to ground by Minchella and May. Third tackle. They're almost up to halfway. Mam. Reynolds. Back to Haas underneath. Hadley drags him down 3 metres short of halfway. Helped out by Luckley. Now Hunt to Reynolds. Out the back to Walsh. He's the danger man. Slips through. Can't get the ball free to Staggs though. Gildart drags him down. Tackle 5. They're 30 out from the line. Hunt thinks about going short side. Goes back to Reynolds. He's got to use hands. Carrigan. No look pass. It's bouncing around. Haas. Goes wide. In two minds here. Back inside to Carrigan. Ezra Mam. Can he get a kick away? Grubbers it into the in goal. It's going to be a little bit too big and it's going to roll dead. It'll be a 20-metre restart with 1:42 on the clock. My, oh my. And Hull KR are in absolutely no hurry here. Complete this set, kick it into touch, and it should be enough to hang on. The Broncos made this so hard for themselves. So many early mistakes. 3 tries in the first half from Broncos errors. If Hull KR take it out, they're deserved winners. If the Broncos somehow pull it back, well, it's a phenomenal comeback. Tackle 1, Reece Martin. Takes his time with the play the ball. Luckily now. Oh, sorry, that's Whitbread. Whitbread put on his back by Ellison. He'll play it. Now, Luckley. He just take his time, takes it up towards halfway. He'll play it on tackle 3. 45 seconds on the clock. The Broncos are going to have to pull something out of nothing here with very little time to do so. Reece Martin taking his time, slowing things down. Staggs not helping the cause. Tyrone May will be dragged down on tackle 5. Minchella. Mikey Lewis takes a run. Chips in behind, looking for Burgess. It's taken by Walsh. He beats one tackle. Skips across field, running across. Gets past another. Can he get the pass away? No, he just tucks it under the arm, puts it out in front. Did Karapani get a hand to it? No, he didn't. Play on, they say. No, he did get it, and it's going to be a knock on. And with 10 seconds on the clock, Hull KR are your World Club Challenge champions despite a gallant comeback from the Brisbane Broncos. My, oh my, what a result. The Broncos went down throwing punches, but 30 to 24. Hull KR, the margin was too much for a Broncos trademark comeback. In the first half, they scored through Tom Amone, Elliot Minchella, and Joe Burgess. They got 2 tries in the second half through Oliver Gildart and Peter Hiku. And for the Broncos, just that 1 try in that first half to Gemmet Shibasaki, and then the comeback when they trailed 30 points to 4. Mariner, Staggs, Carrigan, and Shibasaki all getting tries. The difference, some goal kicking. Not the best night from Adam Reynolds. He had some much tougher conversion attempts, to be fair. And Hull KR are your World Club Challenge champions. A big thank you to all of you for tuning in. It's been wonderful having all your company from everywhere around the world. France, PNG, Singapore, Samoa, Australia, England, and the US, just to name a few. Devastation for the Broncos. The comeback trick did not work tonight. They made it the job too big for themselves. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Please hit subscribe on the channel. We look forward to bringing you more rugby league throughout the Australian and English rugby league seasons this year. Great to have you all tuning in here to your home of the Black and White and Sports. No grey opinions on the Chris McPherson Show, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Congratulations to Hull KR, the 2026 World Club Champions, a fourth trophy to go with their cups and their premiership to make it a quadruple of trophies in the last 12 months.